Hello, I'm Stephen Schwartz. I am a composer-lyricist who has written for Broadway the shows Godspell and Pippin and the current hit Wicked, as well as for films, the Disney animated features Pocahontas and Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the DreamWorks animated feature The Prince of Egypt. I was really excited when I was approached by the noted Danish director Flemming Enevold about participating in a musical about Hans Christian Andersen. First of all, I had always known and loved Andersen's stories, but I also knew I was in for a great adventure working in Denmark with Mr. Enevold and the other talented collaborators that I found there. Mit Eventyr, or My Fairytale in English, is the story of Hans Christian Andersen, creator of these wonderfully imaginative and quirky and idiosyncratic fairy tales. It's a struggle within his own soul and mind and heart for what kind of man and what kind of writer he's going to turn out to be. It's sort of a psychological journey, and it's structured somewhat the way Alice in Wonderland or The Wizard of Oz is. This was the, I think, extremely imaginative concept of Flemming Enevold, and I think it proved to be a great way to talk about the story of Andersen and people his story with all the wonderful characters and creatures from his fertile imagination. The script for Mit Eventyr was written by my friend Philip Lezebnik. He has a great deal of experience writing for a broad audience, an audience both of children and their parents, which is why the animated features have proven successful, because they can be appreciated and enjoyed on both those levels. One of the things that has been a pleasant surprise for me has been the enthusiasm of people who've come over to see the show, people that I know from America, from Disney and from other theater companies in America, who had great enthusiasm for the show, even though it was in Danish, a language that they don't speak. And I think that's for 2 or 3 reasons. First of all, H.C. Andersen, of course, is extremely well known in America and throughout the world, and so a story about his life and his stories immediately has familiarity built into it. Secondly, I think the theme of the show, about a man coming to terms with who he really is and learning to be true to that, is a universal theme that we all can embrace. One of the things that most pleased and excited me when I finally saw the finished show was that, in addition to it being a fascinating journey through the mind of one of the world's greatest writers, the places it takes you are so exciting and so fascinating. To be able to journey from the world of the Royal Theatre in Copenhagen of Andersen's time into this wonderful Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz type world, where you get to go under the sea with the Little Mermaid and her sisters. You get to take a journey flying over the rooftops on swan's wings. You get to be in the robber's cave where your very life is being threatened. You get to go to the icy cold palaces of the Snow Queen. I mean, it's like being on a wonderful Disneyland ride, as well as a fascinating story of a great writer.